going to be making a really delicious little snack today. It's going to be with strawberries and chocolate. So what we're going to do is really just coat the outside of the strawberries with this really nice tasty chocolate. Now, to make these chocolate coated strawberries, there's only really 2 ingredients. We've got some really nice strawberries there. Try and get really ripe ones, maybe a little bit riper than what I've got here, but these are great. And if you can, make sure they've got the green stalks on the end as well. Now, I've also got some chocolate. You can use white chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, but I think dark chocolate's really nice. Now, to make these strawberries coated with this lovely delicious chocolate, there's 2 things you've got to do. First of all, wash your strawberries under cold water, give them a rinse, and then just dry them off, maybe a little bit of paper towel. Try and get all the water off. So leave those aside. Then next of all, we've got the chocolate in there. Now I'm going to break that down into sort of smaller bits, put it in a bowl, and then we're going to have a little saucepan with some boiling water, and we're just going to put it on a simmer, pop the bowl in there, and you know, the steam actually is what melts the chocolate. When it's all melted, dip your strawberries in. They've got a beautiful chocolate coating. So I've got my strawberries all dried off. So what I'm going to do is now get on with the chocolate. Now, first of all, I've got a very small pan there, and I've got a little glass bowl that just sits over the top. Now, I've just boiled the kettle of water, so I'm just going to pour that in there like so, and then I'm going to put my little glass bowl on top. You see it's not actually touching the water. Put the heat on. I mean, you can do this on a sort of simmer, but you know, it just takes a little bit of time until it's all melted. So I've got my chocolate, just break that down really. Again, got the other bar. Just use whatever chocolate you like really. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate. See what you've got in the cupboard. So we'll just leave that in there. And like I say, don't do it too high heat, just sort of, you want it all to gently melt really. Mine's just been simmering away. I've not been mucking about of it at all. It's been going for about 5 minutes, so I'm just gently pushing that chocolate down. Looks absolutely, you want to get stuck in. Beautiful. Look at that, it's all melting away. Oh, it smells delicious. Beautiful. It looks so nice. Just make sure all the lumps are gone and it's all melted. Probably just a few more minutes, maybe 8-10 minutes in all. So let it simmer away and make sure it's all melted. So I'll just check that. Oh yeah, all the lumps are gone. Beautiful chocolate. All ready to go on the outside of these strawberries. So now what I'm going to do is just take it off the heat. And we're going to take it over the table. And then we're going to dip the strawberries in the chocolate. Now just before we start dipping the strawberries in the chocolate, I just want to show you what I've got here. I've got like a wire rack, 4 cans and a tray. Now the reason I've got that is because when I've got my strawberries, I'm going to put a little cocktail stick in there like this, and then we can dip the chocolate, get it all nicely coated, and then I can just put it under here and I can rest that there. Let it cool down, so we'll have all our strawberries on there. Perfect. And any little drips of chocolate just go in the tray. So I'm just going to move the tray back a little bit, and I'm going to bring the chocolate over and the strawberries. Now next of all, I'm going to use my cocktail sticks. Now because some of these strawberries are quite big, I'm actually going to use 2 just to make sure. I don't want them coming off. So I've got the strawberry there, and we can just literally dip these in. That's the good thing about the cocktail stick, is it keeps it nice and easy to handle. Just let it dribble off, turn it round, and then I usually put my hand like that, and then I can just hold it on the rack like that. I'll just move this one out of the way, and again just put your cocktail sticks in and then just dip it in. Try and get a nice bit of chocolate as far around it almost you can really. God, it looks delicious, doesn't it? Oh, if you like chocolate and strawberries, you're going to love this one. Again, just hold it like that. Oh, that's it, 2 done. I'm just going to do all the rest of those. So I've got my strawberries all nicely covered in that chocolate. Looks nice and glossy and they're starting to look like you want to tuck in there. But what we're going to do is leave the chocolate to kind of harden up again on the outside. Now incidentally, obviously I've put mine on a sort of wire rack and we've got all the dribbles under there and we've got these sort of 4 cans holding it all up. But if you didn't want to use that, you could just use a bit of greaseproof paper on a tray, and once you've dipped in the, you know, the strawberries into the chocolate, you could just lay them on the sort of greaseproof paper. But I find this works for me, so we'll just leave that and let the chocolate kind of harden up again. So I've got my strawberries and all covered with chocolate, and I've actually left them for a good hour, maybe longer. To be honest with you, you want to make sure they really set on the outside of that strawberry, so that when you handle them, you don't get fingerprints and damage them. Now I know they're done because I've got the bowl of leftover chocolate, which I can do some more of these tomorrow, and it's not moving, it's absolutely gone solid, so perfect. Now I'm just going to try one of these, so if we're careful, we should be able to pick that up there. Look at that, got one of these, beautiful. I mean, I could pop it off very carefully, and look, we've got the strawberry there, all that beautiful chocolate, and those bits hanging about. Oh, lovely. Let me just try that. Oh, that is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Lovely chocolatey. Oh, that's so nice. That is so good. You've got to try it. Now what I'm going to do the rest of those, because some of those have already been taken already, they're all sitting there like vultures. So I'm going to transfer those onto a plate, take a photo, and you've got a beautiful strawberries with chocolate. So I've got my strawberries sitting on a plate there, look really nice. Now what I'm going to do, just because, you know, I think it'll look nice, why don't we put some nice washed fresh strawberries sitting in the middle there. Maybe just sprinkle a couple around here. So they've got the choice, they can have a fresh one, one with chocolate. Beautiful. That looks really nice and summery. And you know, if you like your strawberries, which I know some of you do, you'll love it. Before I go, I just can't resist to have one more of these. Look, absolutely beautiful. Just show you that. Looks nice, chocolate all the way around it. We can just about hold it there. So I'm just going to try a little bit of that. Oh, it's heaven. That is so beautiful. Chocolate. Strawberries. That's all that's left. That is so nice. I've got a whole plate full of that. You can't go wrong. Strawberries are in season at the moment. Use your favourite chocolate. It's really simple to do. Have a little bit of patience making sure the chocolate sets, but it's just divine. Absolutely divine. Thanks for watching and enjoy.